So today we're jumping into a vision from the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, and it's this incredible picture of a world so peaceful that natural enemies are just living side by side. But how is that even possible? Well, let's break it down.
All right, let's kick things off with verse 6. This is probably one of the most famous passages in Isaiah, and for a really good reason. It just immediately turns our entire understanding of the natural world completely upside down. The wolf and the lamb, the leopard and the young goat, they aren't just tolerating each other, they are dwelling together in total harmony.
And what's really important to notice here is that Isaiah doesn't just give us one example. He stacks them up, one after another. And that repetition isn't just for dramatic effect, it's to show us the sheer scale, the totality of this new reality. This kind of peace isn't some isolated incident, it has completely changed everything, right down to the basic instinct for violence and fear.
Now verse 7, this takes the transformation even deeper. It's not just that predators aren't harming prey anymore, it's like their very biology has been rewritten. A lion eating straw like an ox? Think about that. That signifies this massive shift where the whole food chain, the entire system built on hunting, just doesn't exist anymore.
Then in verse 8, the vision expands from the animal kingdom and brings it right to us, to humanity's most vulnerable. A baby playing near a venomous snake's nest without any fear, without any harm. That is the ultimate picture of complete innocence and trust. It's not just that the snake is choosing not to bite, the very concept of that danger has been totally neutralized.
Okay, so when you see a vision this profound, this completely different from the world we know, it naturally leads to the big question, right? How could this ever happen? How do you get from a world of conflict and danger to a world where a little kid can lead a lion?
So how does this all unfold? Well, the commentary we're drawing from makes a really key point. This isn't some magical overnight event. It doesn't seem to be a single great cleansing. Instead, it seems to come over time. So we should really be thinking of this as a gradual unfolding, a kind of great awakening.
And to help us really visualize this gradual process, the source material gives us this amazing analogy. Now, it's actually from outside the book of Isaiah. It's from Jacob, chapter 5, in the Book of Mormon. And the reason it's used is because it perfectly illustrates this idea of patient, careful work. It's the story of a vineyard that's gone wild and is slowly, deliberately being brought back to health. This vineyard analogy gives us a really clear step-by-step picture. First, it's a team effort, right? The Lord and his servants are working together. They're diligently pruning away the wild branches, all the negative stuff, while carefully nurturing the good. And they keep doing this until the whole vineyard is unified and healthy, producing the fruit it was always meant to. It's just a perfect metaphor for a gradual process of restoration.
And all of this brings us right to verse 9, which really acts as the capstone for this entire vision. It kicks off with this definitive promise that just wraps up everything we've just seen. In this new reality, on this holy mountain, harm and destruction are just gone. They're things of the past.
And right here, in the second half of the verse, is the why. This is the engine driving this entire incredible transformation. Why is there no more hurt? Why no more destruction? Because the earth will be filled, completely saturated with the knowledge of the Lord. And it's not a shallow understanding, it's as deep and as all-encompassing as the oceans that cover our planet.
So this is the fundamental shift at the very heart of Isaiah's vision. The world moves from a system that's based on enmity and fear, a world where peace has to be enforced by external laws, to one that's defined by harmony and trust. Peace isn't being forced from the outside anymore, it's radiating from a shared internal understanding.
So the ultimate takeaway from Isaiah 11 is this. True, lasting peace isn't just the absence of fighting. A lion not eating a lamb isn't the cause of peace, it's the effect of it. Real peace is a positive, creative state that grows directly from this universal enlightenment. When everyone has this deep, divine knowledge, their very natures change, and peace becomes the natural, inevitable outcome.
And that leaves us with a pretty powerful thought to sit with. Isaiah's vision really pushes us to imagine the profound difference between a world where order is imposed from the outside and a world where peace comes from a shared internal compass. What does a world like that truly look like?